Greetings. This is going to be our happy hour Friday. Greetings, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so have my list here. Names will be in the description box in the exact order as they were received. Some people from last week are on the list, so they'll be at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and start the list. I have the questions pulled up for the free question drawing. I have the names here, so I'll do that towards the end. So we'll go ahead and pull the names out of the drawing. All of those of you that participated in purchasing a reading, this week your name will be in the bowl there, okay? All right. Try to find. I don't see. I'm trying to find. Oh. I don't see it. It's interesting. Okay, well. All right, so the first person on the list is going to be Miss Petra. Okay. Your question was regarding a person. Is your relationship worth continuing or should you break up? Thank you so much. Okay. Divine Spirit, I call to you and I ask that you be the voice that speaks through me. Any visions, anything that I'm hearing, may it only come from you. That you use me as a divine vessel for you, and I remove myself completely so that I can receive your message in full, in its fullness, in its wholeness. Anything that is not coming from you, any impressions that are outside of you, I ask that you block them and tune them out. I ask for a divine covering to protect and surround this message and this reading or this entire live, this guidance for all of us, Divine Spirit. And I thank you. Okay, so your question, is your relationship worth continuing or should you break up? It's a lot of frustration on both ends. I'm getting like a recent event, something recently that happened that kind of shook things up between the two of you. This person, someone, is either them or you, but I feel like it's the person. But someone has anger issues or just like gets very emotional, and when they get upset and they might act out in a way that's a little aggressive. Or this person may raise their voice or something. This connection is not healthy, or it's not healthy right now. It's a lot of aggression. Like in my vision, how I'm seeing it is like a man, he's like grabbing the woman by her arms and he's shaking her, and I hope that's not something that's really going on. If so, I'm going to say I would leave this person alone if they're putting their hands on you, if they're being any type of way being physically aggressive. But I don't feel like the connection is healthy from what I'm seeing as of right now. It seems like this person has some issues, or you guys might bring out like a side in each other that doesn't feel good, whether this is like actual anger, or it's like you guys deal with a lot of frustration internally, like this connection just, it's no peace. I don't feel like there's any peace in this connection right now. I don't feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you have to make a decision and judgment for yourself whether or not this is someone that you can continue to build with if you decide to separate from this person for the time being. But I feel like as of now, like, this isn't a healthy relationship, so I wouldn't encourage trying to see if it's worth it, because obviously it's showing you that it's not. In some type of way, it's showing you that it's not, and you have to honor what is now, um, and not, you know, um, say, okay, well, I'll just be patient, or maybe that was just something, you know, that was a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that's there, and I feel like you already know the answers to this before you even ask. But I don't feel like this is something that is healthy, and definitely um, something that you're not, it's not of your highest good to deal with a situation that's causing you frustration or unhappiness, or both of you guys are um, like arguing to the point that it's like boundaries being broken, or any type of physical, if that's the case, because I'll get visions, like God will show me visions, but they're metaphors. They don't have to be actually like what took place. But if that is the case, if there is some type of physical you know, boundaries being broken, I would definitely say that it's not a relationship that you should stick around and see if it's going to work out, because that's already toxic in itself. Um, if you're not being treated in the way that you deserve, and it's unhealthy, or you find yourself being a person that you're not proud of when you're with that person, then you have to take into account, okay, this is not a healthy relationship. Like, that's not how it should be. You shouldn't bring out the worst in me, and I shouldn't be bringing out the worst in you, or we shouldn't be triggering each other in a way that's disrespecting each other and disrespecting each other's boundaries and things like that. It's not a healthy relationship. So I hope that that makes sense. Um, yeah, so hopefully that made sense, or that was helpful to you. And yeah, if it is something that, you know, it's not good for you, take that into consideration. Okay. All right. Okay, KV, your question is, um, what's what would this specific person like you to know right now? Like, what messages do they have for you? I see this person like writing a message. Um, it looks like this person wants to say something to you. They want to write to you, or they want to reach out to you. Um, I'm getting like there's a distance between the two of you, whether it's a physical distance, or like it could be emotional distance or something like that. But it feels like it's an actual physical, like geographical distance between the two of you. Um, I feel like this person would want to tell you that they want to communicate with you. They want to be able to tell you what they're feeling. I'm feeling like I'm seeing a desert. So the desert is like, it's dry land, obviously. Um, it's like dried up. Something is like dry land. There's nothing left. So this person may feel like they want to express, but they have nothing to say. Like it's not coming out. Um, this is the only time I'm gonna do this, at least right now. Let me see. I do have my messenger cards on me. This is the only time I'm probably going to do this. Because I haven't been using my cards. What does this person want to say to KB? What does this person want to say to KB? What is it that they want to say? Okay. So the card that came out is God has been dealing with me when it comes to you, and I'm willing to work this out. Bottom card is I want to have babies with you, and I like you. So I'm not really getting anything strong off of the cards itself. It's kind of like all over the place, and I feel like this person, they want to communicate with you. The thing is like what to say is not really clear. I feel like this person is kind of like absent from their emotions. Even with the desert, it's like a dry place. There's no water, there's no life there. So this person's not good with their emotions, or they're not good with expressing their emotions, I feel like. But the first thing that I saw was a person writing a letter. So I feel like they do want to communicate with you. And the God has been dealing with me card, when it comes to you, makes me think that this person is like thinking a lot about the situation, for whatever reason. Like it's coming up for a reason for them. They're willing to like put some type of effort. I feel like that's what they desire to, whether they actually take the initiative or not. I feel like it's a desire of theirs to make something happen or to make something work. And another thing too, what I'm seeing with the whole dry land and the desert is kind of like I don't really have much resources to make that happen or to do that. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Hopefully that, gave you some clarity or confirmed something. Which, yeah, and I'm going to move on to Miss Ariel. Okay. Your message, or your question, sorry, was what do your guides want you to know for December? What is their message for you for December? Peace. The first word that came out was peace. I feel like there's some things that they want you to have peace with that might need to, and that could just be in any situation, or if anything comes up in December, it's like have peace amongst the chaos. But the first thing that I heard with that was peacefully laying things to rest, because you're being prepared for a new year, obviously. And I feel like Spirit is like really making it a point for you to completely let go, especially things that you thought you let go of, or things that you found very difficult or challenging to release out of your life, or to forgive, or to forget, really. To finally make peace with that, like really let it go. I don't know why I'm just going to trust my intuition, but I'm being led to a scripture, and shit, stuff is falling out. I don't know why I heard Luke 24. I'm going to look that up. I don't know why that popped up. How far are you? I just completely lost Luke. Oh, there he is. Okay, hold on. If there's a Luke 24, something with 24, I heard it. Maybe it was 2 and 4. I don't think there's a... That's interesting. Yes, it is. Interesting. Okay. Luke 24 talks about it talks about Jesus being risen from the dead. Excuse me. So this is that pretty much like the story of Easter and stuff like that, where it talks about the crucifixion of Jesus. Then it talks about him being in the tomb and all of that, and then it talks about him being risen on the third day. So December is very significant because, as as we've been taught, is that's the 25th is Jesus's birthday. A lot of people argue with that and be like, "Nah, Jesus is not born in December." Blah blah blah. We could prove it to you and all this other stuff. But anyway, I feel like it's significant. That's interesting. Why I was brought to this scripture. So Luke 24, risen. It's an energy of coming out of something that it's like they're telling you to have peace because you're about to, I feel like, come into a new cycle of your life. Not just because it's a new year, um, December being the last month of this year and then leading January into a new year. But I feel like it's more so spiritually and energetically that you're going through a process of some type of spiritual death. It could even be ego death, and it's going to lead to a new energy, a new beginning, a grand rising, if you will. So December, I feel like, is like make peace with the old, let it go, and because you're preparing yourself for a new energy, a new beginning. How the month of January is going to go, I don't really know specifically. I'm not getting any guidance on that, but just as far as December goes, peace is your key thing. Peace. Have peace. Have inner peace. Have peace with situations. Have peace with others. If there's things that arise in December, maintain your peace. Okay? But I feel like just remind yourself, because the thing about it is, to be honest, the whole crucifixion process is not a fun process if you take it into a spiritual sense rather than a literal physical sense of being, crucified on a cross and hanging there and being in excruciating pain and be like, why am I up here? Why have you forsaken me? Like, just take me out of here already. Rather than taking it in that sense, like a spiritual sense, like all of these pressuring and crushing things that we go through spiritually that leads us to rebirth and transformation. It's like the death card in the tarot or the hangman in the tarot. It's like you got to go through those periods of sacrifice and being stripped and going maybe even through humiliation. Going through that process of death is not easy, but then it leads to the transformation. Even the Tower card, if you want to go into the tarot, the Tower card also represents it being stripped of things. Sometimes it happens unexpectedly or in unexpected ways that these changes occur or these sacrifices have to be made, or ways of enlightenment may come through painful things or just things that are not always so easy to transition between. But reminding yourself that there is a victory in the end with the World card or even with the Sun card, that transformation and rebirth is there. So I don't know if you're into the Bible or if you're like me. I decode the Bible in a way that makes sense in modern times, or like on a spiritual energetic level, not just a physical historical level. I like to break it down in that way. But Luke 24 speaks of Jesus being risen from the dead and how powerful that was as well. But for some reason I heard Luke 24 in my head. That was interesting. So all right, that was your message. All right, Miss Bianca. Okay. Okay, Miss Bianca, your question was, should you go on a trip that's set up to go to Vegas in December, or should you pass on it? I heard no, postpone. I heard no, postpone, because if I'm not mistaken, anyway, we might be on lockdown at that time. That's a possibility, but for some reason I said, I seen no, postpone. I seen the words itself, no, postpone. feel like mm-mm. I feel like if you were to go, it's very restricted in what you can do, and I feel like unless you don't mind like making it a thing like a party or like whoever you're going with, like something with like making creating us like a gathering in the hotel or something. But for some reason I'm hearing postponed, so I don't know if it's something that's already going to just be postponed or you're going to decide to postpone it. For some reason that's what I heard no postpone, like almost like it was typed out. It's weird. I don't know, that's what I heard. I just heard, like you already know, um, whether or not you should go, or you already have a feeling. But I just feel like it's something like the postpone um, stood out to me. So either it's going to be something that you're going to have to postpone, or you or others, whoever, is going to want to postpone it. But I just get a no. Like for some reason, I just hear no. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. If we're not on lockdown, there's still something I'm hearing with postpone. I don't know why. Oh, that was I heard. For some reason, I just seen postponed. I don't know. I just have to trust that because that's what I saw initially. Um, I don't even feel like it has anything to do with lockdown or nothing like that. I'm not getting that. Seems like it's a personal decision, not so much like some type of um, state restrictions or anything. For some reason, I just feel like it's something personal, whether it's your personal decision or others or something like that. Um, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I wish I can go to Vegas. I wanted to. I just want to see what Vegas is like now after everything, like post the whole COVID stuff. I did want to go this summer. I just wanted to see what it was about. But yeah, let me know if that makes sense or how that goes. Um, okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to Miss China. Okay. Are there any opportunities coming in music soon? Seeing like a studio, um, could be something that you're going to work on or you're going to work with someone. But I saw a studio. Let's see if I can go further into it. Seeing writing, like music, lyrics. I'm seeing you possibly get an opportunity to work with someone, or you might collaborate with someone. Like, could be someone you already know, or um, like an artist looking for a vocalist or something, or a songwriter, something like that. Or you might have someone that works with you that is going to songwrite for you. But I see men and women in the studio. I'm getting something with the studio. Like, that's like the clearest thing that I'm seeing. It looks like a collaboration. So the next opportunity that's coming in for you is like, I see you working with someone. Um, I don't feel like it's someone that you're already working with or have worked with, maybe. This kind of seems like an opportunity that's like between you and like another artist, or someone that's already doing something. So say they're a producer already, or they are a writer, something like that, or they need you to write. It's something with collaborating. I'm seeing could even be the opportunity of like studio time or something with the studio and like collaborating with people. That's the key things that I'm picking up on. And it seems like males, like male and female, but it seems like you and other, like a male or males. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's something with like a recording, collaboration, those studios. That is like the two key things: recording, the studio, and then the collaboration is like the key things I'm picking up on. So let me know how that goes. It's like you and another guy or something making music. That's the biggest thing that I picked up. So let me know if you know how that pops off, and 'cause that's what I saw. It was pretty clear. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to Miss Jessica. Okay, Miss Jessica. How can you manifest a home before Christmas? Divine Spirit. For some reason, I get it's kind of like I'm seeing like a place. It looks like it's a listing, or it's like it looks like a picture of a home or something. It's like something that's ideal to you, or something that you're focused on the vision of, or something like that. Because it's like seeing a specific listing, seeing like 24, something with 2 and 4. That keeps coming up. The couple of people ahead of you, one of the girls, I picked up a scripture and it was 24, but I'm seeing the number 24 again. Could be the price range, like I don't know, I'm seeing 24. But it's a specific listing. There's a lot of how do I say it? I feel like Spirit is saying is like too much of your hand in it, or whether it's like trying to make it happen and not really allowing the action of manifestation to like flow naturally. It's like either it's an element of impatience, or limiting how things can happen, or just focusing on one specific way or something in which it can come. So it's like I feel like there's something with impatience here. um I'm not getting that you can or you can't manifest this before or by that time that you've asked, but it seems like the biggest thing with it is like the method in which the manifestation is happening, and versus how it could go. So I just get like a heavy restriction on it. Um, it's like some type of restrictive energy. It seems kind of heavy a little bit, but mm, I hear patience. Patience. I just got like this new perspective on it. I was listening to this woman's. She wrote a book that I had read, and she um, had a interesting take on what patience meant. She was like, it's not so much the process of waiting, but it's how we respond during the process of waiting and how we act in our processes of waiting or being patient. So it's kind of like an energy, like where's your energy at as you're manifesting or you're focused on manifesting? Is it in a place of anxiousness? Is it a place of control? Is it a place of worry? Is it in a place of like a limited or too carnal? Or is it in a place of openness? Is it in a place of receptivity? Is it in a place of supernatural? That type of, it's like, what energy is it dwelling in? It feels heavy when I tapped into it. It feels heavy. So, I feel like it's more so saying to like shift your energy when it comes to the ways of manifesting. It has to be a receptive energy so it can just like flow naturally. Your second question, I hope that made sense, by the way. Your second question is, what messages slash advice does the spirit have for you about your business? I'm getting to be patient with yourself, but I'm also seeing um, there's like some adjustments or adjusting to like changes that are happening or that you're being led into. So it's almost like there's some energetic shifts that's taking place, which I feel like whatever changes or adjustments that you are going to make or being led to make or could be making plays a role in how things are shifting. So I'm trying to figure out a way to explain what I'm getting. So say for instance your um like let's say when it comes to like your advertisement or your marketing, it could be like in one season um your business targeted a certain type of um like customer, like consumer. It appealed to a certain demographic. Now you might want to change to, let's say, more sexier. Can't let this is just example, but let's say you want to change your business into more erotic candles and sexual. So it's like you're adjusting and shifting into that. Or it's like, okay, well, I can have a collection. Okay, I know people that are into the spiritual candles, are into the manifestation candles. So I'll have that demographic, I'll have that type of collection, and then I'll do like an erotic collection. It's something with like a shift. I don't know if that's making any sense. Um, you might get new ideas. You might get new ideas as to how to market your products or something like that. The biggest thing that I heard was transition. So it's like transitioning into one way of doing your business or what you've been selling or something, just something like that, and transitioning into something different. That's the biggest thing that I just heard was transition. And be patient with yourself in the process. Um, I feel like having um, some type of different structure, it kind of like it's going to pinpoint like whether it's, I don't know if it's audience, I don't know, I just heard the word audience, but like appeal to certain groups, something like that. The key word is transition. I hope that made sense. I hope that wasn't confusing. um yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because I feel like this, whatever this transition is and like these new ideas, it's going to attract more to you. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm getting. I hope that made sense. Okay. Let's see. Monica. Okay. What do you need to heal? Okay. I haven't done the drawing yet, so if you want to save the second question, um, because I haven't done the drawing yet, so if I don't choose you, I'll go back and read your question, um, that you paid for. Um, what do you need to heal, Divine Spirit? What does Monica need to heal? Heavenly Father, what does she need to heal? Seeing something with root chakra. I'm seeing the color red, but I feel like it's connected to, it's like a father figure or something, or some type of male energy. And I get that this person has a tendency to raise their voice, or they get angry, or they just have like a bad temper, because it the vision I saw was like, it would look like a cartoon. It looked like a cartoon man, and he was like completely red, like, you know how on like the Looney Tunes or something, like through their expressions is really over dramatic, but like if they're upset, like they'll turn blood red or blood orange color, like really, really, like their whole body turns a color. That's what I saw. So this person has it's like an older male. This could be a father figure. This could be um, some type of male or masculine energy in your life, that is something with stability. Like, it's a root cause to something. It's connected to male energy. Masculine energy is like anger, but it's in the root chakra. One of the best ways, like, to identify something, like, let's say for instance you get triggered by a specific thing, and or a person like triggers something specifically in you, and it's like, okay, well, where did that stem from? It's always best to get to the root of a situation. That way it makes it easier to extract it and remove it, is to like go to the root cause of where that came from. Like, where was the genesis of that? So I get something with masculinity, where it could be like toxic masculinity, where it could be very um very non-emotional, or just not sensitive, not gentle. It's like that side that's very boastful, very quick to anger or something. So it that plays a role. Why is this coming up? It's something with your heart chakra too. Like, it could be attached to like emotional energy, or how you relate to masculine energy, whether it be how you also operate in your own masculinity. Um, the root of it is anger. It's like toxic masculinity. So it could also play a role in how you relate in love with other people. But the key thing is it's anger, frustration, um, just kind of harsh. There's no, like I said, no gentleness, no compassion almost. So this could be the type of masculine energy that you're used to having around you. So if you meet someone that's the opposite of that, it's kind of foreign, it's kind of strange to you, you don't really know how to take it. Or it could be um, that type of masculine energy affects the way that you see men in some type of way. But it's connected to the root in the heart chakra. I feel like it's intimacy, like relating to men on an intimate level, like emotionally, because it's something that I don't know why I feel like it's a father figure, but it's not. If it's not that, it's like the first person that you've ever been in love with or something has like a very um very explosive type of energy or something. I'm getting like they just explode, or they're quick to anger, or they just like yell or something. Their energy is like they throw their weight around, they intimidate people, something with that type of energy. um if that person affected you in any type of way, I would definitely say to work on forgiving them, like truly, like honestly, forgive that person, or anyone that's similar to that person that has affected you in any type of way, to forgive them. um Otherwise, if this is like something within the self, like let's say it's intimacy issues, like going to the root cause of where that happened and why maybe you don't feel comfortable around men, or why you don't feel safe to fully open up. There's some type of root cause, and it's connected to a masculine energy. I hope that makes sense. It's the first thing that I saw was a man. Like I said, it was a cartoon, and he was all red. Like, he looked, what's his name? What's that guy's name? He kind of looks like, is it Elmer? No, not Elmer Fudd. It's the bald headed character in the Looney Tunes, and I can't think of his name now off top, but it was similar. He kind of looks similar to him, but I hope you know what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm getting. Okay. Okay, so Deaj is the next person. Okay, your first question is there anything that you're doing wrong when it comes to your shadow work? I feel like it's not necessarily like what you're doing wrong. Um, it's just more so like encouraged to do. I feel like you might be trying to do it alone, like you're doing it off of your own strength, and not being open to spiritual assistance, really. So let's say you get frustrated with something um, that you're healing and you're working through, and you don't understand why maybe it's still coming up, or what do you need to do, and you're trying to do it on your own, or you're trying to figure it out all by yourself, rather than asking for a divine assistance to help you, or to show you, okay, why is this still affecting me, or on what level is this affecting me. So say for instance, it's trust issues. So you have trust issues, but it's like, okay, well, how do I heal that? Okay, I know it could have stemmed from a relationship with a parent. So, okay, well, what do I do about that? Okay, well, I could work on maybe forgiving them for not being the parent that I feel like they should have been, or they could have been better at. Um, what's their relationship with their parents like? Like, spirit will guide you into it, and sometimes it doesn't always help to dissect everything like that. Sometimes it's as simple as like asking your spiritual team and saying, hey, God, I need assistance with healing my heart from rejection issues, or like I said, if it's trust issues, help me to work on my trust level, help me to open my heart to trust people, and to help me to be more discerning of who to trust. um, Not be blocked off to people that really have good intent. You know what I mean? Like, I would say prayer is the best thing, and everybody has their own perception of that. Whether it's ancestors, like they're working on or calling on and stuff like that, or angelic assistance, I would always say, like the divine power to assist with that, because the divine power knows you through and through and knows what you need. Your divine helpers, like angels and ancestors and people, messengers here in the physical and stuff, like, we help, but your main source is always going to be the divine, your creator, because it knows you through and through what you need. Doesn't hurt to ask for assistance. Like, spirit can send your angels, my guardian angels, to assist me with healing my heart with this, or my ancestors to help me clear this out of my generational path or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's more so like seeking divine assistance, I would say. I'm not getting that you're doing anything wrong per se. Um, do your ancestors feel that you need to do more when it comes to them? I'm not getting anything. Um, not getting anything with that. Um, like when I used to do like ancestral work, I would put a lot of emphasis on making this. It's almost like we kind of get to a place where we overdo it. We start to make it a chore rather than showing honor and respect for our ancestors. We can turn it into a chore. So it's like make sure that you're not um, kind of like convicting yourself, like, oh, they're gonna be upset if I don't do, like putting them in a place of power over you, because um they're not like gods, you know what I mean? They're a part of you, you are a part of them, you're showing honor to them. But I would say I'm not getting anything that they're saying that you're doing wrong or that you need to do more of. I'm not getting anything with that. mm. Yeah, and just like don't put them in a place of an idol or worshiping your ancestors. Honoring and worship is separate. So, but I'm not getting anything though. So I hope if that makes sense. I'm not seeing anything. Um, not getting anything off of that, to be honest. Just other than what just came out. But other than that, I'm not getting anything. So I hope if that makes sense. I hope that helped you. Okay. So I am going to move on. Um, okay. Let's see. Okay. Miss Nancy. Okay. Why did this person block you on IG or slash deactivate his account? Not sure which it is. I feel like this person is like dealing with something within themselves. Like anything could kind of trigger them. Um, it seems like this person, like whatever it is, I wouldn't take it too personal, even if somehow it is associated to you or it could be associated to others as well. But I feel like the main thing is that it's something emotionally that this person's dealing with, and it seems like they're kind of imbalanced, like their behaviors or actions, like the things that they're doing. It seems like it was done at an impulse, and it was like it's done based off of where they were at emotionally. It's almost like this person was dealing with like kind of spiraling in their emotions. Something triggered them, or they were already in a bad place and something triggered that. Um, this person's emotions are not like whatever they did, the block or deactivate, like their behavior, it was stemming from some type, like they were triggered by something. They were not clear. Basically, this person was not clear when they did it. Number two, something with their emotions is off. Um, I also feel like this was some type of divine intervention as well, because I feel like it's gonna kind of put you in a place to kind of sit down and really think about this situation with this person. Um, because I feel like it's something about it. I don't know if it's the person themselves is like unstable mentally or emotionally, or they're just like not stable enough to even put any forth into a romantic relationship, or the connection itself is unstable. But I mean, it's both. It could be both. It's definitely if it's like a person that's not emotionally sound, how can they, like, what could they really provide to a connection, unless they're working through that instability, like working to be better and working through healing. But other than that, if they're not making any effort, and it's kind of like it's something that's a cycle time and time again, or you find yourself going back and forth with the person, yeah, I feel like spirit's giving you an opportunity to really think things through. But it seems like this person's behavior, it was like it wasn't coming from somewhere sound. It wasn't like, okay, I'm going to do this because I feel like I need to take a break from social media, or it's like it's not stable. That's what I'm getting. I feel like they'll come back. Like this is temporary. Like if they blocked you or they deactivated, whatever it is, it's like it's something temporary, but their motivation behind it, it wasn't coming from a sound place. That's what I'm getting. Oh, if you want to know if they deactivated or they blocked you, um, if you have another account, or you can ask a friend, did they block me or did they deactivate their account? Um, you'll know, like if they have a profile picture still up, but it says no posts and stuff, you can still see followers and stuff. They probably deactivated, but if you can't see a picture or anything at all, then they blocked you. But I mean, um, whatever the case is, this person was not sound in their actions. So yeah, and I feel like Spirit's giving you an opportunity to really think about this situation. Okay. Okay. So next here is Miss Nora. Okay. Should you engage with this person / let him back in if he comes back around? I'll say this. Um, and this is just a given. I don't ever want anybody to come seeking guidance from me if they haven't consulted spirit first. Like, ask God or whatever you feel comfortable with, the universe, whatever, giving you an answer. If you don't understand something, I feel like, okay, maybe even then should you ask spirits to clarify what they're saying to you, or if they have given you an answer if you're not sure. And if you absolutely feel led to reach out to someone to get guidance, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I will say this, that God, our creator, universe, whatever you feel comfortable with saying, when we go to source and we ask if something is of our highest good, that's never going to be something that they withhold from you, because your creator does want the best for you. So if it's a person that you're dealing with, if it's like a business partnership, should I sign this contract, should I go here, should I go there, that's not something that spirit will never give you the answer or clarity to. It's just up to us whether we accept the answer or not, however it comes. But I would definitely say this, that anyone, you got to look at the past history of a person's behavior, because you can tell if a person is changed. I would say don't always close the past out. I mean, that's not always a good thing, because especially if it's something that you can learn from in your past. But if you open or allow yourself from the past to come back in, just make sure that you pay attention to the person's behavior, because a lot of times when people come back into our lives, it's usually for us to see whether we really got the lesson the last time, we really understood the whole situation, if we got wisdom from it. Some people change and some people don't. So I would just say this, that consult spirit first and ask, if this person someone that I should let back into my life? If this person did not treat you right the first time, People make mistakes usually once and then they correct themselves, but if they continuously make mistakes, it's most likely this person does not want to change. So if you found like this person, you were in a relationship with them and this person was not treating you right, or they were not giving you what you need, or they were not committing to the relationship, you got to be mindful if it's even worth recycling itself back again, because a lot of times it's just a distraction. I'm going to be honest, when I read this, um, just in my spirit, gotta know. I wouldn't. But if you have not consulted spirit about this, I would say seek divine counsel first and ask for sure if this person is someone that is um, okay to come back into your life. And I would be very specific. This is something that I did recently. um, be very specific with divine spirit, with God, and say, hey, I want to know if this person is of my highest good, to give a chance. Whatever your intentions are, you know, if it's just to date, or if you want a serious relationship, if this person is of my highest good to date right now, they don't mean me any harm. Or if this person is of my highest good, if they are the match for me that you have for me, then give me a sign, spirit. Show me a sign that I can't deny or can't ignore. Give me a clear answer. If you could give me a clear answer by such and such time, so I know how to proceed with this. Or I will know if this person is of my highest good. If they still exhibit the same behaviors, I'll know that this person is not for me. Whatever. Just ask spirit to give you clear guidance. Be very specific with the divine and what you're asking, and leave it open to how the answer will come, how the clarity is going to come, and be open to the answer. Don't try to put your own spin on it, because sometimes that will be confusing. I've done that before as well, and I ended up hurting my own feelings because I already got the answer from spirit, but I was like, oh, I'm just really trying to just double check and see. Even though I knew I got my answer, I still went ahead anyway, and I learned a lesson from that. So yeah, life choice and decisions, if you know, people around you are not, those things are not something that the divine will ever withhold guidance or an answer from you about. But yeah, to be honest, I don't feel like it's a good idea. um I don't feel like it's a good, just ask yourself, why do you want this person? Is this someone that has even given anything of um anything that has edified your spirit, or has it hurt you in some type of way? Has it destroyed you? Was this person of, did they bring inner peace into the connection? Was this someone that was pursuing you? Was this someone that was reliable? Was this someone that had integrity? Or is this someone that was always confused? Or someone that was in and out of your life? Is this someone that caused you lack of peace, frustration? If you told this person how you felt, were they still repeating the same patterns? Like, you got to take certain things into account. Was this person ever really truly pursuing me? Were they really trying to, were they clear in their intentions, or were they always like winging it and just let's see where it goes type? You got to be very clear with yourself and why maybe you would be open to this person coming back into your life. Okay, so I'm gonna do the drawing and see who the free question is for. Okay, Miss Ariel. Miss Ariel was the free question. Okay, Miss Ariel. So you can email me and I'll do your question for you next week's live, because you didn't leave a second question, but I think you paid before I even posted that. So just email me your question for next week, your free question. And so I'm going to go back to Monica. Monica's question. I'm going to go back to you because I already picked the winner. So I'm going to go back to your question. Advice from your spiritual team regarding your relationship with a specific person. What is the messages for them, from them, about this? like I told Nora, I would more so like go straight to source yourself and ask those types of questions. Like I told Nora, that's spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, the higher power would never withhold any type of questions like that about making life decisions, or people are good to be in your life. Is this someone that you sent to my life, or is this someone that is not good for me? Like, that's not something that God would ever withhold from us. We just have to seek clarity. So I would definitely say, make sure that you seek divine counsel on that first before anybody else outside of you and God. But I feel like what I'm getting is like they're wanting you. I feel like it's okay. They're saying to use your wisdom. Like, you're at a place now where you can see based off of past wisdom, past experiences. You're at a place where you can see everything. There's nothing that's withheld from us ever. Sometimes like we're ignorant to things because we don't know any better. We don't, but I feel like where you're at now, you're at a place where you're much wiser and you can see things from a deeper perspective. So um they're saying to pay attention to this person, like their character, pay attention to this person's behavior, their integrity, their patterns. Not solely so much on what they say or how they make you feel. All of that plays a role, but like pay attention to everything. But they're saying like your eyes are open and um they want you to pay attention to things that maybe you did not pay attention to in the past and past relationships, just so that you're sure if where you're at is of your highest good, or if this person is of your highest good. That again, that these are things that spirit will never withhold from us ever. Like, God's not going to withhold from you whether or not a person has your best intentions or not. Like, that's not something that spirit will ever do. So really the biggest thing is, again, they want you to use your wisdom from past experiences. But if you want to be like more direct, I would ask spirit whatever question you have on your heart to ask spirit. So if you want to know, is it safe for me to take this to the next level with this person? Is this like a person that I should be with on that level, like take it to the next level, or date this person exclusively? Is this something that is good for me, spirit? And ask spirit to give you a clear answer however it comes to you. Just be open to the answer that you receive, whether it comes in a way that's a little different than what you expected, or if it's an answer you did want to hear or you didn't want to hear. Just be open to receive that message from spirit once you ask. But don't be afraid to be straight up with spirit and be like, hey, is this is this person someone that you have for me? Is this someone that is good for me? Or is it okay for us to take it to the next level? Is it okay for us to date exclusive? You know what I mean? Whatever your question is. If it's way more specific, and is this man the one that I'm supposed to marry? Like, be open with the question. Like, spirit is not going to withhold that from you. Okay? That is not something that spirit would withhold from you. But yeah, the biggest guidance I'm getting with what you asked is to use your wisdom, use your spiritual eyes, look at things. Don't turn a blind eye to anything. Just be open, be receptive, pay attention to your feelings, pay attention to your thoughts, how you feel around the situation. How does this person make you feel? And when they say certain things, what is your response? Like, pay attention to everything. Like, because I feel like the past is coming up for a reason, because the past represents our past experiences, and we can take wisdom from what we've experienced in our past, things that we may have overlooked or things that we really wanted and things like that. It's like we get to apply that into our future, if that makes sense. Okay, so that was the happy hour. It was pretty short and sweet. Okay, so I hope that resonated with you guys. Much love as always. Take care. Be blessed. Be safe. Have a great rest of your weekends. And I'll catch you guys soon.